Loft 100 Studios, The Big Biz Show, and our affiliates and our hosts are not registered investment advisors or broker-dealers.
Our show hosts make no commitment that the purchase of securities of companies profiled or otherwise mentioned in our programming
are suitable or advisable for any person, or that an investment in such securities will be profitable in general.
Given the nature of the company's profile and the lack of an active trading market for the securities, investing is highly speculative and carries a certain high degree of risk.
We profile selected publicly traded and privately held companies on our program.
Most of these companies that we profile have provided compensation to Loft 100 Studios and its hosts for the profile coverage.
From time to time, we sell shares of the companies profiled in the open market that we receive as compensation for coverage of client companies.
But never sell stocks if we are speaking about interviewing or covering a public company who has paid compensation.
Specific questions on compensation can be obtained by contacting producer at sullyandgroup.com.
Listeners should verify all claims and do their own due diligence before investing in any securities mentioned on this program.
Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk.
We encourage our investors to invest carefully and read the investor information available at the websites on the
Securities and Exchange Commission at sec.gov and or the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA, at www.finra.org.
I like it.
I feel like you're making a mistake already. And they're live from the Loft 100 Studios in sunny San Diego, California. Big Biz Show on the air. Mike Costa. Hello. Don't know what he does, but he's here again.
We'll find out one day.
Greg Todoroff, our executive producer. Of course, I'm Sully. Great to have you along. You can find us everywhere, including, I'm kind of embarrassed to say this. Hey, I'm on TikTok, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, how many on TikTok now?
100,000.
Look out. Good night, nurse.
I can't say half of what I want to say.
Say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Come on.
Welcome to DTT. Here, Mike, let's just get this out of the way now, okay? Let me bring you back to a gentler time. The year was 1968, and a very chubby Michael Costa, ignoring the jeers of the other elementary school kids at Lakeside Pizza Hut. He was homeschooled.
Had to. Good.
Come on, just sing. Can you play something for him? I just have to say.
Give me a little Tom Jones.
Look at that's
Maybe it's not unusual.
Yeah, maybe it's not unusual. By the way, can you like get into it? Like put your can you, look.
Hey, shh.
Look, watch.
I'm centering. It's not unusual to have love with anyone.
Or that key. Or that key. Just.
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you singing around for anyone,
now he's in. Jesus, get on that.
It's not unusual
and
to see you cry.
Thank you, Michael.
I wanna die.
No, we want to. Thank you. Hey, Jared. Hey, Jared Coleman, our Emmy Award-winning director. Jared, can we never ever have Michael here again? Thanks. Appreciate it. How many times do you get an email that says, "What does Costa do?"
Right. Yeah,
His wife calls me and says, "Hey, what does Costa do?"
Oh, that's a given.
Hey, great to have you on today. One of our favorite things that we do on this program, other than bad karaoke, and Michael does smell like bowling ball French fries all the time, is that we get emails from our viewers and listeners from across the world, across the country, because thank you to our Bloomberg audience internationally, of course, Biz Television Network, and of course, American Forces Radio Network. We get a phone call or an email, you did?
One of the two.
Greg gets lots
Maybe
of emails.
both.
Wouldn't you? I would pay good money to see that email.
Oh, his inbox?
Yeah. All right. Because there's like three things about the show.
Yeah.
And all the others. So the shareholder, if I'm not mistaken, said you got to look at this deal called Focus Universal. They are publicly traded under the stock symbol FCUV. And guess who's here? We are very important. Guess what we get? Yeah. The CEO of the damn company. Are you serious?
CFO.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the two.
Hold on. Excuse me. I'll be. Yeah, CFO, go. Irving, great to see you.
Very nice to be here.
I told Greg today that, look, we often talk to CEOs, but who I really want to talk to is the CFO, because a lot of people don't understand all the naysaying you do. But also that you really do, you are the tip of the spear for most companies. And the CEO's got this vision. He's talking to clients. He's reducing expenses. But then the CFO sort of has to say, okay, look, I got adult supervision. Talk about what you do. Talk about the company.
Basically, I mean, what I do, I'm on the operational side as the CFO also, so kind of manage a lot of the operations too. And then, but, you know, basically we're trying to build out the Internet of Things. So, I mean, everything here.
Okay, hold on, mister. That brings up the mythical 5G. By the way, my phone says it too, okay?
Yeah.
My phone also says that I've got a signal when I don't. Is the Internet of Things finally a thing?
Not yet, because it hasn't.
Wow.
It hasn't. I mean, it hasn't taken fruition. Yeah. Like so. Like for example.
I think the answer is it hasn't.
Yeah. If your tap could communicate effortlessly
it's talking to me now.
with your light or your guitar and be able to communicate back and forth, then it would be a thing, right? But right now, there's a lot of barriers.
Are we talking about like a seamless integration of stuff that we live with?
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Seamless integration. So
what's the biggest barrier?
Right now, there's just too many signals that can't be managed, right? So if you let's say your favorite bar, right, had 30 tables in it.
I like this guy. Yeah. Every sentence starts off with tap, bar, food. Yeah,
he's gonna get his own mug pretty soon.
30 tables, right? No. And you just say you just had 2 devices at each table. That's 60, and that doesn't even happen today, right? 60 different signals going back and forth. You can't even do that now, right?
So it's about a communications issue. So we're talking about there needs to be a best practices, because let's face it, when I'm on the phone in Opelika, Alabama, at a bar with you, this iPhone could also be talking to a Samsung phone.
Right.
Okay.
But they have the one you can fold in half.
But the point is, though, is that if this phone is communicating with that phone, okay, there has to be some sort of a best practices so they mesh. What you're telling us is that if I want that guitar to talk to my amplifier, to talk to my floor director, to talk to the thing here, and then it's got to have some sort of seamless integration. Is that the problem?
It's got to be able to work interoperably, right? Yeah. So, and what's happening right now, a lot of companies just build their own silos, right? Like my stuff works with my stuff.
Which adds to the problem, right?
Absolutely.
Another signal.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it doesn't, and you got to go through them to change everyone, and everyone hates that, right? If I want this, if you make a good tap, I want that tap. I don't want.
Here we go with the booze taps. Yeah. Can I say, didn't Qualcomm have a problem with China and CDMA because they were trying to make a best solutions to mesh in everything? I'm not sure it was CDMA.
Right.
But there is this thing that exists in commerce where if you make the best cell phone or best computer and it's got to live with everybody else, everybody else adopts that thing so they're all the same. Why have we not done this with 5G or the internet, the mythical internet?
It hasn't taken, like we're probably in the first inning right now, right? Yeah. Like so some people, you may have a good thermostat, a doorbell, like camera, that's good, but then.
Is that the bar? Having a good thermostat and a barbell?
Watch this, you guys, I'll make it cooler.
But then, like it really, I mean, you have a few cameras maybe at your house if you're higher end, right? But it just really hasn't taken shape yet, right? Like
Bob Crane here from Hogan, he's got cameras too. Can I tell you this? You were at the house yesterday.
Yeah.
I do have an audio system which works. Well, let me finish this. All of it works most of the time.
Right.
But my lights and the air conditioning and the pool, I mean, look at it. It's 50-50.
Right.
Like I can't turn the light off in my office right now. Like, no, I'm not kidding. I can't turn the volume down on my freaking computer when I tape stuff.
Yeah.
We've got everything else figured out but this.
Right.
And by the way, Google has got a thermostat, right?
Right.
Ring has a doorbell.
Right.
Control 4 has speakers.
Right.
Doesn't there have to be some sort of, okay, let's just all get along here.
Exactly.
But no, we're going to create our own little thing.
But yeah, like if you have Control 4 at your house or you got Questron or Savant, like Savant only plays well with Savant, right? Control 4 only plays well with Savant, like Control 4. That's it, right? Like you got to go through them to buy everything, right?
So what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing to solve that problem or to get it even in the lane?
So Deshang, who's the founder of the company, he's spent 15 years at Caltech trying to like really get fundamental into like the base root of how to make this whole thing work, right? So he built like 5 different platforms that have to happen in order for this all to work.
It's almost like buying one of those things that is the all-in-one charger. It's got the different.
It's all the different inputs.
I mean, is that the solution? Is to like solve all the problems at once and then stack them together and hopefully everybody connects.
Right, and then to make it universal, like you said, to get adoption across. It's like anything, right? If you have one bridge to get there, there's only like maybe 3 different paths you can go, to get there.
And there's a DUI checkpoint, so you want to take it. I want him for another segment. Let's go. Big Biz Show. His name is Irving Kau. He's a CFO of Focus Universal. God, this is just hard to say. FCUV. You're never allowed to say the stock symbol. We're talking